Ladies and gentlemen, the person I'm about to introduce now is the reason she put this on. She hasn't just put this on. She is one of those people who grassroots has been putting on shows across the country now for 2-3 years, getting people together and keeping that momentum going. Please welcome to the stage the brilliant Francesca Martinez.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Hello. You guys, thank you so much for coming. I want to thank the CWU first, because without them, this wouldn't happen. So can we give a big clap for them? Now, I just wanted to list a few reasons why I support Jeremy so much. And I've chosen to call them my Woodleigh Manifesto. So, number one is this: diversity should be celebrated, not feared. Thank you. I think diversity is beautiful, right? I think it makes the world better. But I've been wobbly all my life, yeah. And when I was a baby, the doctor told my parents that I would be wobbly and mentally retarded. This proved not to be true, because I have never voted UKIP. Just saying. But you know what? He also said that I would never lead a normal life. I was like, who wants a normal life? I want a fucking amazing life. Because there's a really deep assumption in our world that if a baby differs from the so-called norm, they're going to suffer more. Now, there's a word for this, and I learned it recently, and that word is bollocks. No, it is, guys, because I haven't suffered because I've been wobbly. I'm suffering because I live in a world that can't handle difference. That's what should be eradicated, you know, not difference. Oh, it was quite interesting because I did a show to a big group of doctors, like recently, and it was really funny because I could patronise them, yes, and it went well, right, but afterwards, this woman put her hand up. She said, look, it's my job to advise parents carrying disabled babies on whether or not they should have an abortion. And I always think that we should reduce the suffering in the world. What do you think? The room went quiet, like this, and I said, well, if you really want to reduce suffering in the world, maybe you should have aborted bankers, arms dealers, and Rupert fucking Murdoch. It's so bizarre when you're wobbly, right? People have these really weird preconceptions. Like, a really common one is that disabled people don't have sex. That is not true at all. Millions of us are being fucked by the government every day. Yeah. And it's not even consensual. So you know what that makes it? It's true, apparently we caused the crash, you know. And now the Tories, in all their wisdom, they've decided to reassess people like me every few years, just in case, you know, I'm de-wobbled. Yeah, they're going to waste millions of pounds of your money sending someone around my house to ask me, are you still wobbly? I'll be like, how about I give you a wet shave and we'll find out? I mean, you know what's so sad, guys? these cuts aren't about saving money, right? They're actually costing money because they're taking away people's ability to work and contribute. So you've got to ask yourself, what are these cuts about? They're about creating a culture where there is no support network or social responsibility or compassion, basically America. And I don't want that. You know, when my disabled friends were fighting to cling on to their basic human rights, only 2 politicians would turn up at their demos week in, week out. And those 2 people were John McDonnell and Jeremy Corbyn. And that is why they're such a rare breed, because their life backs up their words. You know what, guys? As a taxpayer, I am so proud to fund welfare, to fund an NHS, to fund free education. I'm not proud of funding illegal wars that kill and disable people. So, number 2 is really short, right? And that is intelligence without morality isn't worth celebrating. Because you know what? Some of the worst crimes in history were committed by really clever people. So school needs to be about developing our hearts and our minds. Number 3, basically, I think we need better goals as a society. Society should not be built around maximising GDP. What the fuck is GDP? I mean, I don't know about you, but I did not wait 4.5 billion years for these beautiful atoms of stardust to give me life, so I could spend my short time on Earth increasing fucking GDP. So, number 4, we need to pick better leaders. I think we elevate the wrong kind of people into power. We value the wrong human qualities, don't we? All too often, the most cutthroat, power-hungry, devious people get into power, and they're not going to create a better world. So I'd like to propose one new rule for leaders, and that is this. Anyone who spends their life wanting to be a leader can't. Because you know what? If we want to create a fairer kind of world, we're going to have to elect fairer kind of people. Simple. So, number 5 is very important. Hope is so crucial to the struggle. Because you know what? Every human right that we enjoy today was won by people who believed a better world was possible. And those in power, they want to strip us of that knowledge. They want us to feel apathetic and helpless. But remember, the struggle ahead won't be easy. The Tories are not going to give up power without a fight. We're going to need grit and determination, and we can't give up on our hope and on our idealism. So I just want to remind you, nothing was ever won by good, obedient citizens, so don't be one. And the final point is basically that life is such a beautiful, precious gift. And I think we're all so lucky to be here, and we don't acknowledge that enough. do we? You know, you meet a lot of people and they're like, oh, I'm not that lucky, I never win anything. I always think, you got to be a person. You could have been a Rice Krispie or Donald Trump. So I really think that politics has to be about ensuring that everyone, regardless of ability, gender, race, religion, sexuality, economic background, is treated with dignity and respect, and that we're all allowed to enjoy this beautiful gift that we call life. Thank you.
Francesca Martinez.